I hereby wish that the government would declare a state of emergency on the dwindling number of women in politics and parliament in particular. This will be a deliberate act and action that will be a call to action in the real sense if we are not playing lip service. Something drastic, something deliberate has to be done to ensure that the number of women participation in politics is increased. We are all aware that the last election witnessed low turnout. Low turnout owing to the fact, partly, that women who largely control the votes might have been cut out, owing to the fact that there is poor inducement of their fellow women to vote. And even with the small numbers that came out, over 60% of the voters have been proved to be women. How best and how best can this teeming Nigerian female voters be rewarded, if not by electing a woman on the presiding seat of the National Assembly and the House of Representatives, in particular, to be a thank you for standing in the sun, for standing in the rain, for daring the daredevils, for daring those who said there will be no election, whereas women came out in their numbers to give everybody votes, including the men. And I also dare to say again that the protocol list, the Nigeria's protocol list, can no longer be completed without the female gender included. President, man. Vice President, man. Senate President, man. Deputy, man. Speaker, woman. Deputy Speaker, man. It is imperative that we, at this point, imbibe an alternate gender position for effective administration of the National Assembly. I am well qualified. I have gathered the requisite experiences. I have learned also on the job. And I have observed the loopholes and have preferred this 7-point agenda as a cure and as a starting point to rejig the National Assembly and put it in tune with the realities of our time, and give an opportunity for Nigerians to have a house which can be called as the house for the Nigerian people. And then we also bring to our attention if the National Assembly is really the National Assembly for the people or the man's assembly. Is it a man's assembly or a nation's assembly? What we have today, is it a National Assembly? No. Is it a National Assembly? No. It is a man's assembly. All those in support say aye. Aye. You can see that everybody knows that there has not been enough inclusion in the affairs of management of NAS. I want to use this opportunity to show my appreciation and gratitude to the ongoing 9th Assembly and to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, for all the leadership has done to ensure that women are properly integrated in the lawmaking business and the business of the House generally. But it is not enough to make us a part of what is happening. We want to own the process. We want to be on the table. We don't just want to have a voice. We want to have a strong voice so that we can address issues that border on women and as critical stakeholders in the Nigerian project. We deserve to be there. It is not possible for a lion to teach the goat how to jump. It is not possible for a man to speak for us on issues that bother women when we have credible and qualified women like myself. I am ranking. I am also of the All Progressives Congress. I qualify and I suitably am able to oust all the men on this contest. And like you are aware, in almost all, about 90 positions of this country, the men have dominated it. Ceding this one position to me will be a way of proving that we are running an inclusive government. And I use this opportunity to call on my other co-contestants, my male contestants, to consider the love and the care Nigerian voters have shown to them, and as a mark of honor, step down to support this woman. I call call on the male contestants to step down in the interest of peace and understanding. If Nigeria and our democracy has to advance, my candidature has to be pushed, and the support could come from my fellow contestants. This appeal I make passionately and with all sense of humility. As a mother, I will better have the ability to unite the house. The attributes of a woman is inclusiveness. A woman breathes life. A woman nurtures. At this time of our political history, we need a woman to transform us because we are at a transition to another level. Having a Miriam Onuoha on the saddle will bring inclusivity and better management of the house. I have a good background of conflict resolution and peace building. That I will bring on the table to make sure that there is harmony in the running of both the political and the administrative arms of the National Assembly. So help me God. Amen. I've run a 9th Assembly that I can say I'm very proud of. But before I go into how well we've done, I'd like to talk to us about the question of whether it is a decision of the region as where I come from, or as a community of women. I like to inform us that my decision to run for this office is because I have searched myself and I have seen that I have the requisite qualification and the skills to run and win. And I'm not running for the sake of running. People who have known me know that I'm a dogged fighter. I mean, if I could swim through the labor tsunami from Imo State, by the way, I am a woman, and I am the first woman to represent my federal constituency, and also the first woman to win an election at a time when it was considered to be zoned from my area. So you can see the odds that I have swum through. It tells you that the woman is a seed that grows through the rock. And I am ready to play this game alongside the men and show the wit that I come with. I come with the cognitive experience and hands-on experience. I am someone who observes the system. I have identified problems which will, and have also preferred solution that will improve efficiency of the house and business management in the National Assembly. Well, that I am a woman is just the icing on the cake. That I wear this dress doesn't remove my intellectual capacity. It does not reduce my knowledge of the Constitution or the House order and the rules of engagement in the House. I am schooled. We are all aware of the qualification for gaining entry into the National Assembly. By the way, being a speaker is like becoming class monitor. From childhood, I had become class monitor. From class monitor, now you come to rep. That's how you graduate. I mean, you started by class rep, monitor now. And from there, you move. The difference is that you are elected among your people. There is no special appointment that comes from the presidency or from the judiciary. It is being first amongst equal. It is your colleagues who elect you to that office. And every member of the 9th Assembly that has related with me has had one point or the other to say that Honorable Miriam is pleasant, and eminently qualified. Is qualified, has the requisite knowledge of the workings of the day-to-day management of the National Assembly. I am a woman, yes. I will represent the interests of the women. I am from the Southeast, yes. I will represent the interest of the Southeast. I am a youth, yes. I will represent the interest of that cluster of the Nigerian people, as well as the interest of the persons with disability and other vulnerable groups. I am also, in the nutshell, Mama Inclusivity. All the vulnerable groups come on my table. And Nigerians at this point are vulnerable. We need a woman like myself to transform the vulnerability to our point of strength, because in our weaknesses lie our strength. I disagree with the point or the assertion that the 9th Assembly had worked closely with the executive and could be tagged a rubber stamp assembly. I have chosen in my as one of my mandates that I will work with the executive in the interest of Nigeria. You also saw in my agenda that I will run an open governance system where administration of National Assembly will be participatory. It will become the People's Assembly, where opinions of stakeholders and members will be sought right from the point of drafting of bills, so that we don't give you Panadol when you need tetracycline. It is you who dictates the area of need, and I have the pill to cure. Am I prepared for the backlash? Someone asked a question if I was prepared for the backlash. It's very interesting that these things are coming from the public. I beg you, the Nigerian people, I have come to you starting with utmost loyalty to my NAS constituency with the media. I have not disregarded my immediate constituency. If you look around me, you will see women, you will see people from my state and from my zone and across the country. I'm using this opportunity to seek for our support ahead of time and to also warn people that I will not fall for your banana peels.
Thank you.
I will give to the management and administration of National Assembly their role to do. Mine is to be the political head of the House of Representatives. I will not involve myself in whatever would seem to throw up opportunities for conspiracy or for blackmail. But I'll use this opportunity also to let us know that I'll work in harmony with my colleagues and the bureaucrats. But was there really an offense in the first place? That would be the question for another day. Yes. That's one.
Instagram.